Hi everyone, it's Sherry Carroll for SimonsSaysStamp.com with a quick 6x6 canvas that I've created to welcome spring. I'm using a paper pad from Prima, and this is the A4 size, and I've already torn up some of my pieces that will fit onto my canvas. The canvas that I'm using is 6x6. It's perfect to use with your stamps and die cuts and your stencils, and it is about a 3/4 inch depth, so let's get started. I'm using the Prima soft matte gel to use as my glue for my papers. You could use any type of matte medium, anything that will glue. So I'm going to go ahead and use my wide brush here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start painting on the matte medium or the gel medium onto the canvas, and then I'm going to start laying my papers down. So I'm going to edge these onto the front just to fit the whole front. I'm not going to wrap these papers around to the sides. So once I've placed my paper down, then I'll go ahead and use the gel medium and put more on top. I'm trying to press out all the bubbles that might happen, and once I'm done with all of this, I'll let it dry completely and let that gel medium really dry in between the layers of the canvas and the paper, and that will prevent any warping. Before I let this completely dry, I'll be adding some torn tissue paper around the edges, and that'll help prevent any of the papers from pulling up, plus it kind of seals the edges. So I'm going to speed this up for you, and I hope you enjoy.